But how you been and everything? What's going on? I don't want to take up too much of your time and everything. I just want to kind of get your overall experience about the tool and everything. If there's anything that we can improve and whatnot, you know? Was curious, like, was there
Um,
anything about the tool? Like, what do you like about it? And like,
so I think everything about it is saves a lot of time with using for kind of a combination of technical analysis and fundamental analysis,
yeah,
which is, you know, normally kind of hard to do because you're trying to dig through a bunch of different stuff when, especially if you don't have a lot of time. This is nice because it all puts it in one spot, which is nice. And has a bunch of different like AI that helps, point out some higher potential stocks, which I think is really nice. I would uh, kind of and how it has like summary things I would say could be make it even better would be if you had if you're on like for instance like the top ranked stocks or the weekly opportunities you guys have.
yeah,
I would say like if you could, for instance, like this weekly one's like Comcast Class A, and it has like the weekly opportunity, mid long term strategy, and trading strategy. So basically, if you typed in, say, let's see a different stock that's not on any of these lists. Let's see, look at all three of them. So like say like Apple is not on the list, let's say. So if you could go to Apple, which you can, or it'll give you all the different overview, AI SWOT analysis, intrinsic value, hedge fund, Wall Street insider trading for and financials, and then the TA analysis. If there was also a button that like let you generate the same thing of like that you get on the top ratings or the weekly opportunities, where there's
yeah,
like weekly opportunity, mid, long term trading strategy. And the same thing with even some of the stocks that are on. So, for instance, like if you click on long term wealth, it has fundamental analysis and mid long term, but no trading strategy. So, I think like if you could push a button and like generate either those kind of reports that you're maybe like interested in seeing a trading strategy for one of the longer term plays, or if it's a stock that doesn't have any of that info, that you could generate those same reports because I think those are super helpful for like establishing price targets and that kind of stuff. So I'd say other than that, I would say it's the stock dashboard I think is pretty much perfect. Other than that, I like how
so
you're
you would want to see like, hey, like if there's a certain stock that you're interested in, you would want the same report as that's in the weekly opportunities. Does that make sense? Is that
Yes,
what I'm
exactly.
hearing?
Yeah, the top, yeah, the same report that's in the weekly opportunities. Like, say I'm interested in Apple, and so I'm not saying because I know you have to use AI to generate these reports. So I don't necessarily think that every stock should auto have it like the weekly opportunities do, because I know it
Yeah.
is like AI usage and would increase like the cost of like the backend server usage that you guys have.
Yeah, we actually have kind of not found a loophole, but we found a way to kind of like make it as like price efficient as possible with
Mhm.
that type of stuff.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Um, that would be pretty cool actually. Like if someone wants more reports of a certain stock, that would be cool to kind of give them like a midterm, long-term strategy or even trading strategy. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
like,
like
would you say that that's a very key component of your style?
yeah, because like what I'll do, I mean, I'll share it here is, I mean, like what I do is, like um, come in, check the different ones, like kind of click through the different ones that are available. And so for like weekly opportunity, like for Comcast, I'll, read and kind of glance over, read this whole thing, see why it's interesting, what's good about it. And then so I'll say, okay, that sounds interesting. Kind of look at the long-term targets, and then some for swing trades, kind of like the demand and supply zones with different like buy targets. And then so
Yeah.
that's super helpful that that's all there because it's like it does like a bunch of the work that would take like time to look
Like
into. So if
instantly,
you had
right?
a
Like
button
there's
to
just
get
certain
those
stocks you're looking
reports,
at.
it's like yeah, so you saw there's the right here. Like there's, this is all awesome information. So normally I'll look at that, kind of look through here and see, okay, like the lowest, like the average price target's good. I already looked at that
Yeah.
whole, mid to long-term fundamental analysis and trading strategy. And then my favorite one is actually kind of look at that plus the intrinsic value, see that it's
Yeah.
undervalued
Yeah.
96%,
Probably needs to be fixed,
which,
to be honest, on that one. So I'll probably take a look at that later.
oh
Um,
yeah, this is should be, I think,
yeah,
on
that
this,
probably needs to be
that one's
fixed and
wrong.
everything.
They're right. Yeah, normally they're right, but so say, uh,
So typically for you, right,
so
like you
there's
like to look at
that.
the report and then do you jump into like auto TA typically? Or...
Yeah, so what I'll do is like say for instance, I'm like, okay, so I'll look at kind of the report and then I'll take a quick
Yeah.
peek
Okay.
here, or maybe I'll jump into auto TA. So kind of the main things, if I'm just looking at multiple stocks, like on the weekly, I would kind of like look at the report, like the top two or three or four stocks that are there, kind of glance through the report, kind of look at intrinsic value and kind of the price targets, and then jump into the auto TA. Here, I'm glad
Yeah,
that you
yeah, the
guys
thing that you
added those
mentioned and everything. Yeah.
buttons that are there, and then yeah, that was great. And then, so here you can see it's kind of like
Yeah.
down in fib levels, like 100% retracement. It's
Would you want to add anything in these indicators or you feel like would be solid or just to make it easier for you to? I know we talked about the text messages a while back and that's like in the works, just a bit intricate on this end.
so
But other than
this,
the alerts aspect, would you want to add anything on the signals or even the whale side of things or, you know?
so these I think are pretty good that are here on this. I mean, I think RSI is good that is there, demand and support. I would like to see, if you scroll out, this now becomes the fib level instead of like this smaller one.
Okay, so you would want to see like a past fib level, is what
Yeah,
I'm hearing.
because I feel like if you did from here to that, I mean, this is a larger fib, which would normally mean larger movements,
Yeah,
higher levels of confidence comparatively like a smaller fib.
yeah.
So basically, if like maybe you could say like this is the best one that's most recent, and then you could have like a button that said like maybe like
Like
auto fib
daily
or something,
slash
and then
weekly slash monthly.
yeah, daily,
Daily.
weekly. But if you scroll out to like here, I mean, you could technically do a fib from here all the way up to here, and then maybe your golden pocket's
Yeah.
actually where
Okay.
it's at,
Gotcha.
or something. So that would be cool to like turn on and off. Where maybe you have this one that's the more recent one, but then as you zoom out,
So
it
you just
picks
understand
different
your risk
ones
management at
or
that
adds.
point, essentially. Okay, I
Yeah,
like that. No, I like
yeah.
that. That's a good idea.
So it's like adjustments, and same thing with kind of also here because like a lot of the strategy that you guys have too is like finding old demands, like kind of like these candles, like that one right there. So it's like if there were also like demand and support zones kind of off big prior candles, like you have them over here, but this is also one here and here as well. So maybe layering in some
Yeah.
other
Okay.
older stuff too. Um, because I mean, technically, let's see, the prices were right there, and you're actually at like
Levels
these
and everything.
exact
Yeah, like
multi
prior.
levels, everything there and there. So, but you don't have anything there. But if you come
Okay,
all the way back
gotcha.
here,
Okay,
you
cool,
do.
cool.
So that would be helpful. Um, the I would say maybe a but to make it easier for people, like something that maybe used like the different EMA ribbons that kind of the software could look at kind of the different crossovers and give a buy or sell signal possibly, kind of like Trend Pro has that kind of where it's like buy or sell
The
based on
indicators.
the different
Yeah.
crossings of the signal. Yeah, it doesn't really tell you what their next necessarily they're crossing to trigger the buy or sell, but it just pops like buy or sell, and it's normally pretty decent on higher time frames. Um, so that would be probably interesting to have signals. I think that's all these things that are coming. Confluences, I think this is all great. And I think, yeah, basically if you guys added all those, that's awesome too. So I think you have enough probably on the signals. And then um, maybe I'd say maybe like if you have like a buy or sell confidence, like basically like say for instance like when all these come out, say you have like, 3 of or
Yeah, like
8 of
levels, right?
10 or whatever,
Like a
and that,
level, like a
yeah,
criteria. If
like
three out of
a
five hit,
barometer.
you have
Yeah.
certain level of trade hitting. Okay. Yeah, no, I like
Yeah.
that a lot.
Yeah. And then maybe it has like a little something like, I don't know. I guess we've seen some of those like stock trading dashboards that have like, it's like almost like a speedometer where it's like, small, like light sell, strong sell, like neutral,
Yeah, like strong. Yeah, I know
strong
what you're talking about. Like
buy.
there's a lot of strength or there's a lot of weakness and everything.
Yeah, so if it had something like maybe you have the confluences and maybe like right under here, it still had all this stuff, but then maybe it had like kind of like a summary of like 8 out of 10, and then like
Yeah.
strong buy or that kind of stuff. That would be cool. And then I think indicators are good, maybe other than just like if there was something that certain criteria met that you guys would say this is a strong buy, maybe like a buy pops up on the instead of like all the different um, maybe like a strong buy,
Yeah. Okay, I like that. No,
buy
no,
or sell.
I like that idea.
And then hidden whales option flow hasn't popped open yet. I don't.
Yeah, it's we were gonna release it Sunday, but then we found like there's it looks too complicated because some people won't understand it. So we're trying
Mhm.
to like make it a little bit more user friendly and everything
Okay, that
before
makes
we
sense.
release it. Yeah, because if someone reads the data, they'll
Mhm.
be like super confused, you know?
Yeah. Oh, that would also be something cool in option flow would be like maybe if there was like an AI button that was like that recommended like the optimal contract out of everything that's on that screen. It would like say, okay, like here's all the different ones, and but this is like the highlighted best one.
Yeah, I'll show you what it looks like right now. Let me share my screen. I'll share it
Okay,
with you
I'll
so you can see.
uh,
Do you see my screen right now?
not yet. Hmm.
Do you see it?
Okay, okay, sorry, it's not different. So I don't
Yeah,
pull
so
it
this
over.
is what it looks like right now. I'll show you. So literally, this is what it looks like a little too complicated right now. So we need to create training around it, but it will show you like in the money, on the money, right, all out of the money, right, all those
Mhm.
things where it's like increasing. So we're trying to make it a little bit easier to use, so people can kind of look at it like 1 to 2 like glances, and they say, okay, cool, like it's bullish or bearish, you know.
Mhm.
So like right now, it looks too complicated, and people
Yeah.
won't understand this as much, you know.
Days
But because we have like the data and we're already filtering it out, we're trying to make it like as easy as possible
Okay.
and
So
everything.
like that is already like a recommended contract, like this is Apple, so 245
Yeah,
call.
exactly. The trend, right, would show and everything. Like it would show a bunch of options, what people are buying
Mhm.
volume wise and everything.
So
So
for
like
instance, how would you pick based on this, like for instance, like the 245 call? Is it are you saying to pick like a
I don't do options, right? But like let's say I'm reading it based off this, then I know that there's like a bullish trend of people buying Apple, you know?
Mhm.
And so I would probably level up and put a little bit more into my
Mhm.
position,
So
right?
the 926, so is it basically saying contracts that are only 2 days long?
Yeah, correct. It would expire on the 26th, correct.
Okay. So okay.
So like
So
if
you
the
would be
so like that's
selling
why we're
these
trying to make it
contracts.
as simple, right? So
Okay. Well, is this recommending like buying and selling, or is it just basically recommending like selling of covered calls or cash secure puts? Is
yeah, so this is a call, right? But this is essentially someone that bought this much.
hmm
This isn't like us recommending the play. This is someone that's
hmm
bought a contract that's worth this much, right? And they're betting
hmm
on this to go here, which is what the options thing, the selling puts thing. We do have something. It's not
hmm
fully done yet, but it would
hmm
recommend like puts and calls and it would do all those things. It's just not done yet. Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's cool.
what you're saying is separate, and yes, we do have something coming out. Not like next month or anything, but like it is our next thing that we're going to be working on because we want to do this first and then get into that. Because a lot of people have been asking us like, hey, like selling puts, like when you look at like the dashboard on Robinhood or like Fidelity, it's like kind of too complicated
Yeah.
to like make a decision. So we're trying to build something out like really easy so people know like, hey, like this is my risk around it, this is my premium, and this is how much you're gonna make and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and probability of success, and this is like
Probably, yeah, exactly. So
the
we are
best
making something.
choice.
I think we previewed it on the the a while. Like we do have kind of like the overlay of it. We don't have the it's not fully done yet, but let
So
me
the
see.
back end's not done on it.
It's we have all the data already. It's more so us just we're trying to like prioritize like this and like we're trying to finish options flow and then we want to get this done pretty soon. So it's
Yeah,
right
I remember seeing it in a video somewhere, like
right
at
here,
the an
this right here.
options tab or something. Because that would
Yeah.
be awesome.
Yeah, let me share my screen again. I don't know why like it went all weird. Um so it's like right here, you see?
Got to blow it up a bit.
Yeah, if I do you see it now? Oh geez.
Nope.
This right here.
Yeah, here we go.
So like the scanner would show you like what's the best play to get into. Like it won't look like this, but it will kind of look like its own platform inside of
Yeah,
Market.
it's that's what I thought. So it's like its own tab or something like that up top.
Yeah, exactly. So it would be really simple in that scenario, right? Where someone looks at it and they say, okay, cool, like I can sell a put here, I could do a cover call, all of those things, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I was trying
Yeah.
to express of like what would be awesome if it happened would be something that kind of scans all of them and gives you this one or this one
And
and
like two for the day or two for the week. Yeah, exactly. Like
yeah, and like okay, you
premiums,
want to
lowest
make
risk.
this amount of money or like here's your bankroll size or portfolio size that you're working with, like
Yeah.
recommend 2 contracts or 20 contracts or whatever. So that would be really good because
I'm
that is
with
the
you on
problem
that. Yeah. In the
is
works.
it takes too long to figure that out. So
It does. It does. It's too long when you look at it. It's in the works though. Like we are like it's in the priority list. Like it's not like the number one. Like we want to get the text blast out for auto TA, and then we want to start working on this. But it's kind of like been we've been playing around
mm,
with it on our own, and we need to test it out our own too before we kind of
mm,
release it out into like the public and everything.
mm. Yeah, and what do you guys do on? Are you guys still doing some of the? I guess had like a school for um like a circle group for options.
Yeah, we do still do it. Like we do the selling puts, the
Mm,
covered calls, all those things. We created it because they were like how do you guys make it so easy? Because like I have like a criteria or a checklist, but like can
mm,
you guys filter real data and like can it filter all this data for me to pick just 1 to 2 stocks that I can look at and then I can make a decision? Simple as
mm.
that, yeah.
Yeah, so that might be like 6 months away.
I don't want to make any promises. Like it could be 2, 3 months, could be a
Cool. Okay.
month, right?
Yeah.
We have all the data already. We had to do a lot of filtering. We had to make sure everything was correct.
Hmm.
But yeah, like we didn't think Elite TA was gonna take. We thought Elite TA or Auto TA was gonna take a year, but it ended up taking a little bit shorter.
Hmm.
So I can't. We
That's
work
cool.
our magic and we'll see.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Appreciate you hopping on today. This was a bunch of good feedback, by the way. Thank you so
No
much.
worries. No worries.
Right.
Thank you. I hope you have a
Yep.
great day.
Bye, Mark. You too, man.
Bye.
Have a good one.